Hey, what's up everybody? This is your girl Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous. I am doing well, and it is time for me to do another year of the BET Awards. This was the 2013 BET Awards, and it was hosted by Chris Tucker. Now, when I first heard Chris Tucker was going to do the hosting, I was like, oh, okay, this might be alright. We'll see. I haven't seen Chris Tucker in a minute. Last time I saw Chris Tucker was Silver Linings Playbook, so I was like, oh shoot. So they brought him on. He did alright. I mean, personally, I did want to say this, but Kevin Hart, he really took it this year again, and he wasn't even hosting. All that turn up he was doing, it was hilarious. Chris Tucker, he did good, but they kept giving him filler stuff to do. Be funny while we get the next person on stage. I don't know what was going on. There was a lot of technical issues, but let's just go ahead and get into it. The opener was none other than Chris Brown. He did Fine China. That's my song. He looked like Chris Brown from a couple of years ago. Like, he didn't have any crazy hair. He wasn't doing anything outlandish. He looked like he did when he first came on the scene. I love the dancing. He premiered that new song that he has with Aaliyah, even though, you know, she dead. His background singer, oh my God, I don't know who he is, but he was over singing Chris. And I was like, can you please not do that? After the song with Aaliyah, then he went into his new one with Nicki Minaj. She was like, shit, and they could not edit her in a good enough time. BET, they are known for that. On live performances for the BET Awards, they can't get the edits fast enough. They might as well just let everybody cuss, go back in, and then premiere it later. I really thought they should have had like Kendrick Lamar, A$AP Rocky open up because of the energy level, because the energy, it wasn't up for me. I don't know. Something was a little off. MC Lyte, she better get her check again. I know she has gotten a check. I know in the last 10 years, honey. You better get your permanent check with BET. You got that watchdog bow wow with Deborah Lee. I know you do. Chris Tucker, he came out, and he came out good, but then he was dry, and I was like, no. But all through the show, he had his good moments, and then he had his dry moments, and then he had the awkward moments like every host has had. I think the best host that I have ever seen had to be Will and Jada. They were really good. Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey, I wish they'd do them next year, because Cedric the Entertainer, anytime he comes out, is great. Monique was really good, and those were my favorites, I have to say. And Kevin Hart, he was good the first time he did. Best R&B performance went to Miguel. He made sure to give his girlfriend that I love you, baby. He had to give her some good sugar when he went up to get his award. He was like, into my boo-boo, I love you, girl. It's your world. And I was like, we get it, Miguel. We got it. Thank you. Exit stage anywhere. I don't know. They need to have an arrow sign when people walk off. BET is prone for that too. People just be walking like this way. Okay, get them off the stage. You need to get her off the stage. It was getting very dry until Robin Thicke performed with Pharrell and T.I. for Blurred Lines. I love this song. You know, Robin Thicke is like our distant, real light cousin. I'm just saying, that's what Robin Thicke is. He came out, he had everybody dancing, the beat is hot, so everybody was like, oh, yeah, this is something you play at a wedding or a backyard barbecue, and everybody was getting it. T.I., he was really enjoying himself. I don't think there was any grip on the bottom of his shoe, because he was just sliding and enjoying himself for real. He didn't have no socks on, and everybody was just having a good time. And Robin Thicke, he really did good. He was out in the audience. I was like, Robin, get your ass back on stage. You're doing too much. But it was really good. I enjoy Robin Thicke because he always has fun on stage. He got the crowd up, and I was like, okay, this show, it might be good. It might be good. Kendrick Lamar, he was up to win an award, but alright, he won. But he wasn't nowhere to be found. I saw him in the audience. I guess he was getting ready for his performance, but he wasn't ready. And they were like, Kendrick, boo-boo. Gabrielle Douglas, she won the Young Stars Award. I love how articulate she is. I really like Gabby Douglas. Hey, Gabby, I see you. I see you, baby girl. Kendrick Lamar, honey, I have to tell you guys, after seeing Kendrick Lamar on the BET Awards, he can get it. I love Kendrick Lamar. I think it's his swag or something about him, but I just really like him. Maybe it's his little ears. I don't know, but he has a very pretty smile, and he literally popped out on stage for his performance. Sit down. He did the bitch don't kill my vibe, bitch don't kill my vibe, and Erykah Badu came out, and she was like, ow, ow. I was like, yes, Erykah, you better give me Freckle. And the saxophone, honey, that's one thing I love about the BET Awards, is the live music whenever everybody is together and ready to go. Sometimes they muck up, but this one was really good with Kendrick Lamar's performance. And Kendrick, he just has that, I don't know, that vibe with him. I loved it. So it was a really good performance. Chris Tucker, I have to say that Michael Jackson portion of his jokes was hilarious. He was like, you know, I love Maybach music, Chris. I love that. That was so funny. El DeBarge introduced the Music Matters portion, and oh my God, L, baby, okay. L, I know he been going through some things lately, but the way he just attacked that mic, he was like, you know, we all come from a musical family, baby, and it's time for the music matters, yeah. And I was like, what? L, speaking to the mic, baby boy. They told Chris Tucker to waste some time, and he had to tell the audience that I'm wasting time. I was like, no, don't do that. He was trying to point out people in the audience, and the audience is like, awkward. And all of a sudden, here comes a choir dance troupe coming out singing R. Kelly songs. I was like, okay, this is different. So R. Kelly pops out with nothing, with a big old spike jacket. Mr. Robert Kelly, Kells, sir. Then he did a whole medley of all of his songs, but I love R. Kelly. I love his music, and when he does medleys, it just brings my heart so much joy. I'm just glad that he did not do anything like from his last album or nothing. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear Fiesta. I want to hear Ignition. I want to hear the 12 Play remix. I want to hear Contagious. I want to hear Your Body's Calling. I want to hear old stuff like that, okay? I don't want to hear all of it. This is a radio message. I want to hear that mess. Thank you. And he was like, that's my time, y'all. I felt like he was on the Apollo. That's my time. Thank y'all. I was like, you're R. Kelly. The sliding stage that they have now, I was like, oh, ooh, ah. Best Gospel went to Mary Mary. Personally, I thought it should have went to Tamela Mann. Cedric the Entertainer with his hilarious self. Just in that 3 minutes, he was hilarious. He presented for Sportswoman and Sportsman of the Year. Sportsman went to LeBron James, and Sportswoman went to Gabrielle Douglas. And of course, she was great as well. Again, she's really good with her acceptance speeches. You better do that, mom. Of course, you know, with BET, they have to show their new shows, and I love that they put movies in there, and you get to see what's coming up, and I cannot wait to see movie/series Being Mary Jane. I mean, they have put this on BET for the last month, and I can't wait to see it with Gabrielle Union and Amari Hardrick with his fine self, and woo, it's just gonna be nice. I cannot wait. Mariah Carey came out like a Mattel Barbie and Glinda the Good Witch in a gold box. Like, Mariah, okay, ma'am, I see you. And I really thought she was giving, like, but I didn't hear no breath or nothing, no feedback in the microphone. So I was like, you better lip sync for your life, honey. She was glittering. And Mariah, she stays sitting. I have to say that. Stays sitting. I know that that is her own personal microphone. She seems like the type. She's like, I don't want anybody else's mic but my own. This better be my personal box that was on the plane with me. She was like, I'm not moving from this spot. I'm just moving my hands and hitting on this little feedback monitor, even though I know that I'm lip syncing. She did her new single, Beautiful, and Young Jeezy, he was in it as well. And then all of a sudden, it stops with Mariah. She turns back around like, doo-doo-doo, and then R.I.P. done hit the cup. I was like, yeah, that's my shit. I love R.I.P. That's my jam. But they cut it short. He was like, R.I.P. Y'all be good. Peace out. I was like, what? The Real House Husbands present for Best Actor. Jamie Foxx won. And I would love to see a Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart movie or spoof or something, because they're really good together. So yeah, I'd love to see that. Hey, Columbus Short. Hey, boo. Love you. The cast of Best Man Holiday, I love them, and I cannot wait to see Best Man Holiday. It comes out in November. They presented for Best Female Hip Hop, and it went to Nicki Minaj for like the 8th year in a row, and she was like, you know, even this is my 4th. You know, I ride for y'all. I do this. Yeah. And I was like, whoa. She went from, oh my God, to yeah, roar. And I was like, oh, shoot. But the rest of the female nominees, I was like, Rashida, make them want to marry me? For real? Rashida, girl, you were a nominee? I just have to say, Miguel, he performed. It was not one of his best to me. He was hollering through his whole performance, doing all them splits and stuff. I was like, sir, good night. Kendrick Lamar came out as well. Hey, Kendrick, I love you, boo. Best Male Hip Hop went to Kendrick Lamar, and he could do an acceptance speech this time. I loved his acceptance speech. I thought it was great, and I'm sorry, I'm just biased to Kendrick Lamar. Justin Timberlake, our cousin Justin Timberlake, he presented for the Lifetime Achievement Award to Uncle Charlie Wilson. Ooh-wee. India Ari came out in her sparkled onesie with the little camel toe to do There Goes My Baby, the acoustic version, and she killed that shit. I was like, yes! India, you better sing. If that's something India Ari can do, she can open her mouth and just sing. She can do anybody's cover. And I'm like, yes, boo-boo, you can sing about straws. And I would be like, yes! Jamie Foxx did Yearning for Your Love. He was in his purple onesie suit, double-breasted thingy. I'm saying the background singers made a mess. I was like, everybody be quiet. Please let Jamie sing in the audience. But Charlie, he was like, yeah! Yes, I love everybody's enthusiasm when they're getting the Lifetime Achievement, because they're like, I think Busta Rhymes is trying to go back to his dreads. Here came Uncle Stevlin Wonder. I just want to know who dressed him. That's all I have to ask. I'm just saying. He sang and Uncle Charlie was like, yes, 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 yes. I was like, okay, make sure Charlie has on his little Depend, because he's gonna wet that seat in a second. So of course Uncle Charlie did his acceptance speech and Justin was like, it's time for you to sing. And I was like, yes, because I think one of those years somebody didn't sing and I was like, what? It was Charlie Wilson, Snoop Dogg came out, Pharrell was out there, as well as Justin Timberlake. And Justin and Charlie Wilson need to go on somebody's tour, because them together was magic. Pharrell, he was trying to sing Bless His Heart, but honey, them little high notes, he couldn't do it. And Snoop, I don't know, those little mystical braids or twisties he had, but he was giving me everything when they were doing Beautiful. And it was just really, really good. I loved it. I loved the whole thing. It was just amazing. It was everything to me. J.Cole, I'm partial to J.Cole. I love him as well. He did one of the new songs off of his new album, Born Sinner, and he also did Power Trip, and it was great. I loved it. Real quick, real to the point. Next up was Tamela Mann. Honey, I have to say, she looked amazing, and I love gospel music, so I love Tamela Mann. She's been blowing it up all year since last year, and she did great, but I'm so upset that they messed her up. So Tamela, being a gospel singer, she's in her element, and she's like, what? So I'm glad that she picked it back up and she got back into it, but at the same time, I've seen her rip that song apart. They rushed it, and I hate that they did that to her, but she did great anyway. It's time for Ciara to perform and Nicki Minaj. They have a new song together, and I love this new song that they had. So Nicki came out, and honey, they could not bleep Nicki to save their life. She was like, shit, shit, nigga, shit, and they were like, bleep, oh God, just go, Nicki. Ciara performed a long time ago on the BET Awards, and it was really good when she was like real hot, but now she's back, and Body Party is killing it, and this new song with Nicki is great too. But she went into Body Party, and honey, I have to say, vocally, Ciara did really good, even though she had her juices all over BET's stage after that performance, all that grindage, but she did good. So kudos to you, Ciara. Welcome back. I think everybody was like, hey girl, I see you, and then I was trying to figure out how she was doing all that body rolling. I'm gonna have to look back and check that out, but she did good. Best collaboration went to A$AP Rocky featuring Kendrick Lamar and Drake for Problem. I love bad bitches in my bro. Yeah, and 2 Chainz is on that too. Yeah. Deborah Lee, she looked like a little ornament, but she presented for the humanitarian for Dwayne Wade. And I love how she's loosening up sometimes. But Dwayne Wade, he came out. I always pick on Deborah Lee. But Dwayne Wade, he came out and he was presented for the Humanitarian Award. And I like the disposition of Dwayne Wade. He brought his whole family on stage and he gave a shout out to his boo-boo lumps, Gabrielle Union, and yeah. And then we went to Jamaica. Boom, 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 boom. I love that. That was like my next favorite performance. Like Beanie Man came out. Elephant Man is always on 1000%. That dude that does Murder, She Wrote, I don't know the name of him. I really don't know his name. But that song, like everybody know that song. It was just dope and everybody was up like, oh. Chris Brown, he won the Fandemonium Award for like the 4th year in a row. Like, just give it to him. Make him an honorary award recipient, okay? 2 Chainz performed looking like Lord have mercy. They did Problem and when A$AP Rocky came out and they panned to Angela Bassett in the audience. Oh, man, bitches, that's my fucking problem. That's how Angela Bassett looked. It looked like she was going back in her Stella Got a Groove Back days. I was like, Angela, what the hell are you doing? But Angela was enjoying herself. You better do that. Girl, you know you want this, dude. I love that part of that song. I don't know why. Best movie went to Think Like a Man and Kevin Hart. Turn up. Like, he is enjoying his stint of popularity. And honey, you better do that. Janelle Monáe performed and I love her. She performed her new song with Erykah Badu and it was great. Like, it was hype. It was like nut. And then like there was a dog at the end of the performance. I was like, where did the dog come from? And then they gave the dog to Chris Tucker and Chris was like, good night y'all, have a good time. So all in all, the show, it was pretty good. I would give it a 3 out of 5. Big shout outs to B. Scott, okay? I love B. Scott. He did some hosting for the pre-show. I'm just so upset with what BET did with him. I did not like that at all, making him change and all that stuff. That was so messy, but kudos to you for being able to do the pre-show and you look great, so you better do that. I asked you guys over on Instagram what you thought about this show, so I'm gonna hit on some of your comments, and be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MissTP90. Alright, so Never Extreme said, I couldn't stand Ciara's outfit, and so we know she can do that one move. Can we see anyone else? Oh, and her hair. Question, question, question mark. S_Price is right said Kevin Hart was hilarious and Paula was goofy. Miss Eva 9109 says, Miss P, 2 words, Charlie Wilson. That man was high and drunk off life, and it gave me life. Waves to Pharrell and Justin Timberlake. Rudy_Huxtable says, I'm glad Miguel didn't hurt nobody with his little Prince-like self. The Lucky 14 says, it was best since 1999 performances. It was great. They should have let Rashida perform Make You Want to Marry Me. Miss For Beyonce says, I thought the awards were okay. Some of the highlights for me was R. Kelly, Charlie Wilson tribute, Tamala Man, and the funny Chris Tucker brought out. _True_Star says Nikki was giving me life when all that island music came on. Yeah, she was like, boom. Chazzy Chaz says it was a very good show. I wish Chris Tucker would have at least did a Friday skit though, because that would have been a big surprise. I agree. The Boss Man 850 says, please talk about the Kendrick Lamar and Erykah Badu performance. Also, how Erykah was stacked like she was locked away in a soul food restaurant. Knox_Beauty says, my main 3 performances were R. Kelly, Charlie Wilson, and Tamala Man. _Tay says, Charlie Wilson shat on every performer in the building. Tamika 1003, one of the best BET Awards in a while. Best performances goes to first name Charlie, last name Wilson. Danny 1225, 2 Chainz, El DeBarge being high as a kite. Enjoyed the Charlie Wilson, j.cole, Ciara was good performance. Let me go check on Twitter to see if any of you guys had any comments. And yes, you did. Eric M88 says, I feel like the show gets worse every year. Weren't even there to either perform or to accept the award. Bow Wow Life says, I think Ciara was the shit and Nicki Minaj shook. And oh my God, you should talk about Kevin Hart. Girl, he was everything. But yeah, that's about it for the BET Awards recap. I appreciate all of you guys watching. Thank you guys so much. Please be sure to like this video. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free 99. Be sure to comment down below on what you thought about the BET Awards. And please be sure to check out my sponsor for this video, Miss Sarcasm. Please check out her mixed up vlogs. I check them out each and every time she posts. And it's like watching great reality TV. So please check her out. All of her links are going to be down below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.